In September 2015, former South African international Benny McCarthy agreed to join Belgian Pro League side St. Truiden as their assistant manager. It triggered the latest chapter in a remarkable career that began in the Western Cape.
I grew up in Cape Town, you know, very beautiful city, but I didn't know anything else outside Cape Town. And also because the situation in South Africa was not very pleasant. You know, it was just right after the apartheid, so things were a bit difficult. And yeah, if you become a footballer and you are half talented and you make it, and then you can make a good success story for yourself, and you can give your family a great life, you know, a good future. And that's why I became a footballer.
In 1997, McCarthy's performances for South Africa's under-20 side caught the attention of scouts from a European club renowned for its youth policy.
At the time, it felt right for me to go to Ajax and not to anywhere else, because Ajax won the Champions League and they had Patrick Kluivert, Edgar Davids, Clarence Seedorf, Michael Reisiger. They had a lot of young players, you know. So I thought, if I go to Ajax, if I grow, if I listen and I work hard, then maybe I get my chance and I become like Patrick Kluivert also. And in my first year, I was the Dutch champion. So for me, it was very successful at Ajax.
That season ended with McCarthy heading to France to be part of South Africa's first ever appearance at the FIFA World Cup.
I never think I would ever play in a World Cup. It was an incredible moment, and then you play in your first match in a World Cup, the biggest stage in football history. So yeah, for me it was special.
South Africa wouldn't qualify from their group, but their second game would last long in the memory of their young striker.
Against Denmark, Pieter Schmeichel, yeah, very special because it was the first goal ever scored by South Africa in a World Cup, and yeah, it was me, so it was encima del mundo. I was on top of the world.
4 years later, McCarthy was in Japan and Korea for South Africa's second FIFA World Cup appearance. After 4 points from 2 games, progress to the last 16 was a real possibility, going into their final match with Spain.
What happened was Raul Gonzalez, he killed South Africa. He scored 2 goals, and Gaika Mendieta scored free kick. So we lost 3-2 to Spain, and we only have to play for a draw to go through together with Spain, but then we lose, and then Paraguay beat Slovenia, and Paraguay went through second, and we out.
International disappointment. But a permanent move to Portugal in 2003 would prove to be a turning point in McCarthy's career.
Porto will have a big spot in my heart because it was my most successful period as a football player. I was individually, I achieved a lot of things.
Following 3 successful seasons and a UEFA Champions League winners' medal, McCarthy headed to the English Premier League.
England was a very tough, you know. And Blackburn, they're a great club. I had a fantastic time at Blackburn, and I learned a lot and enjoyed the Premier League. So yeah, it was good. So hopefully, if I become a manager one day, I would love to manage Blackburn Rovers so I can bring them back to the Premier League.
It was in England, playing at West Ham, that McCarthy learned he wouldn't be selected in South Africa's squad for the 2010 World Cup in his home country.
I played in 2 World Cups, yeah. It would have been unbelievable if you could have played 3 World Cups, and the 3rd one in South Africa would have been a dream come true, but unfortunately, sometimes football, you have your ups and your downs, and for me, this was one of my downs. It is special when you get selected for your country. I feel very privileged and honored that I can still be the top goal scorer for my country.
After finishing his playing career in South Africa with Orlando Pirates, McCarthy is taking his first steps towards management.
I love football. I think I can't not be involved in football. So for me, it was a good opportunity, you know. Like I feel like I have to give back, you know. I have to teach young players how to become better, how to be good, and yeah, maybe become like how Mourinho became when he was at Porto. A young, sensational manager, and then go on to become very special.